Okay, you should be able to hear me. I just haven't got my microphone on me. Sorry, my earphones on me at the moment. So, uh, if you can hear me, if you could just say hello, or just give me some sort of indication that that we're live. We should be live on YouTube. Yeah. If you're on Facebook, if you could just say, yeah, I can hear you, or something. So I'm shooting this one early today because we're in Australia, and so it's 10 a.m. here Monday morning. So normally I would shoot these when I get up, which is about 10. Oh, it'd be probably 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. But because I'm in Australia and Thailand's 3 hours behind, I'm going to catch a Sabbath Patel, cool. 11 a.m. Okay, 11 a.m. there in over there where Dan is. Hey Tommy, what's going on, man? So yeah, okay, cool. Well, just basically just saying hello, tuning in. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. If you're at work, it's all good. Get out of work at some point. There's just shitloads of money to be made out there. Hi, Yunsil. Hey, Rob. Hey, Crypto Crusader. How you guys going over there? So obviously there's things that are going nuts in the crypto space. I mean, Bitcoin. Obviously, everyone talks about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple's making a run, 74 cents. Man, that hasn't moved for like a long time. I sold all my Ripple off. But anyway, that's okay because I've made more money doing other stuff than Ripple, so quite happy with that. And Litecoin's gone up like 20 cents, $20 the last sort of, I don't know, 24, 48 hours. And Cardano is one that's getting a lot of attention. All right, so this is basically, all of Japan's got coming into Cardano, or Cardano, whatever you want to call it, and that's getting a lot of attention. IOTA is a good time to buy. Actually, I might buy into it. I sold my IOTA, but it's just what happens. I had it at 44 cents. So anyway, it is what it is, right? And Dash is just really pumped. It's just Dash and Litecoin are going to be huge next year. So this sort of comes to the there's I make a lot of money every day from mining. Okay, so basically mining is like kind of my income, kind of a job kind of thingy, if you want to call it. And it's just one of those things that comes in every single day without batting an eyelid. I just log into my account and then I have my mining profits there. So I've got a fair bit through Genesis Mining, and I'm looking for alternatives at the moment because Genesis Mining out of BTC contracts. I'm probably looking at buying some Monero. Even though Monero is the worst performing contract, it is actually pretty good now, considering the price of Monero is like doubled. So that contract is actually, quite profitable now. And I think it's the only one left. And so, but it's only a 2-year contract. So the other alternatives are, I know there's other mining programs out there, but I just don't fucking trust them. That's it, period. I don't care what they are. I just don't trust them. At the end of the day, you got to be able to get paid, and that's got to continue for the next 5 or 6, 10 years. And I don't care if there's any new mining programs. All I want to know is this thing going to last? Is it going to be around for 5 years time? Because I think Genesis will be around. I've been in Genesis since July 2016, right? And they've had their issues. They got hacked, blah 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 blah. But they're still the biggest, or one of the biggest out of China, and they freaking pay, right? And right now I'm making about 640 USD a day from Genesis. Now, if I was able to buy more contracts, I'll just load up on it because I know they're good. But you know, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, you know, I'm going to be at $1,000 a day very soon with Genesis mining, and that's a lot of money. All right, I don't know whichever way you want to cut it, it's still a lot of money. So the alternatives are, this is one of the alternatives. I did the sums on this morning, and I'm with Hashflare already. I already have an account. But the thing with Hashflare is it's only 1 year contracts, right? And that's the thing about it. They've changed their contracts, and now it's only just 1 year. But if you look at the plans, it's actually this 1 year contract BTC, or SHA-256. Now they say SHA-256, but they could be mining Bitcoin Cash, whatever's profitable, right? It's an automatic payout in BTC. It's in stock, and it's only $1.50. So if you do the numbers on it, actually I'll just log in and I'll do the numbers on it. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry, I'll just log in here just to give you I've just blacked it out for a second just to now the problem with this is just because it's only 1 year contracts, but it's still profitable. So I don't know, I'm thinking about dumping some money into it. I might just I might just do a small amount first, just to see the actual, you know, how it performs, because I know there's a lot of YouTubers that use Hashflare, so you know. But let's just go look at the SHA-256 BTC contract. Put that up there. If you go to the SHA-256 BTC contract, I mean, 100 terahash is only going to cost you 15 grand, and then if you go to you go to Coin Wars, 100 terahash is 100,000 gigahash. I'm pretty sure that's right. So your hardware costs 15,000. We'll just leave it at that. Maybe we'll put 1% full pool fees, electricity, blah blah blah. So looking at this contract, just click calculate. Even though it's only a 1 year contract, this could still be pretty profitable. It just depends on how much I'm going to get my money back, how fast I'm going to get, because I've only got 12 months for this thing to make money with this thing, right? So that's really the question, because Hashflare only do 1 year contracts. So I'm pretty sure I got the amount right. 100,000 gigahash is 100 terahash. Yeah. So we're looking at 47.71 days to get my ROI. And if I spend 15 grand, it's going to cost me monthly. I'm going to make about $9,716. Annually, 118,000. I mean, even though it's only a 1 year contract, it's still a fairly good deal. So basically, the first 47 days. So it's basically let's just say the first month takeaway is 13. Let's just say the first 2 months is just to get your seed back, and allowing 13 days extra there, and then you got literally 10 months of profit at 9,700. But then also keep in mind that BTC is going to go up. right? BTC is going to go up massively in 2018. So it's going to be like Genesis mining, right? You're buying the hash power. This 100 gig terahash is going to actually be more at the end of the year. Like, you know, you might be making 18,000 a month as BTC doubles, as BTC keeps on going up. This 100 terahash. So I'm thinking maybe it's a good deal if I dump 15,000 into this, and I only get 1 year at this. Doesn't matter because I'm still going to get my money back, and I'm going to be getting paid in BTC. And even though I've only got 1 year of this, now this is what concerns me. The BTC withdrawals, obviously they've done what Genesis has done. So sometimes they've pulled it or halted the payments, and that happens because of the fees. So they're going to start to schedule out 19. So what I might do with Hashflare is, even though it's only a year contract, is I might just buy a little bit first, find out what the deal, you know, how profitable it is, and then, you know, make a decision then whether I want to go full 100 terahash. Because I'll only do it, like, I'm only going to go in big. I'm not going to mess around, because, you know, I mean, if you're going to do it big, if you're going to go in, you might as well do it big. So what's that? 1 terahash going to cost me $150. I might try that first, and just to see what my payout is, and then if it all works out, they start paying again, because of, you know, obviously with the BTC blockchain network, sorry, the Bitcoin network, right? That's what that is, high fees. Then I'll just, you know, I'll just go the full 100 terahash, but we'll see. I gotta find out. So I'm looking for an alternative, but I just don't trust anything else. I don't care if it's new. I don't care if it's whatever it is. I just, all I care about is not losing my money, right? I don't care if people offer more. I don't care if it's blah, blah, blah. I don't care anything. I just want to know that if I invest in these mining programs, am I going to get paid or for a long time or not? Is the company going to, you know, scam or not? You know, that's all I'm concerned about. And Genesis Mining is the only one that I trust. Hashflare has been around for a long, actually I think Hashflare has been around longer than Genesis Mining. I'll have to get back to you on that. So that's all I care. It's all I care about. You know, am I going to be able to continue to get paid? Because these programs that they have online, these network marketing programs, these affiliate marketing programs, and all this sort of rubbish that you see online, they don't last. They just only last for maybe a year. The good ones last for 2 years, and then they stop paying you. And that's all I care about. Are they going to pay me for the next 5 years? If they can't, if they won't, if I don't feel that they won't, then I'm not interested, right? I'm just not interested. So, yep, okay, cool. So that's the deal with Hashflare. I know they only got 100 only 1 year contracts, but it's still profitable, and they got contracts available. That's the thing. Genesis has got nothing available. So yeah, that's gonna give me what's that gonna give me? 323 a day. So, you know, if I do that, that'll be 323 a day. I'm already making 640 a day through Genesis, so that's gonna bump me up to nearly $1,000 a day, just passively from Genesis. And if I do the Hashflare, which is pretty sweet, that's 30,000 a month. That's about 40,000. It's about 40,000 Australian dollars a month. I mean that's a pretty good income, right? So if I go to Australian USD, this is like, doing mining is like, it's like this thing sent from heaven, from God. It's like, you know, right now, because of Bitcoin and because of cryptocurrency, because of, you know, proof of work, because of, you know, machines having to do these calculations, it's like a godsend, literally. There's nothing I know on the planet that'll give you passive income that you do nothing, and this is actually real mining, right? Because they actually have to use electricity. They have to have infrastructure and machines to do this mining, and it's all real, right? Provided that it's a real company. And I know Genesis is, and Hashflow have been around for a long time. They're just a little bit more secretive where they're located, but they've been around. I think they've been around longer than Genesis, so I trust them, right? I watch a ton of videos on Hashflow. So that's what I'm thinking. You know, just passively I'll be up to 40,000 a month, and this is going to double too, like in the long run too as well. So I could be up to, in the next couple of years, I could be up to 80,000 a month, 100,000 a month, just passively, as Bitcoin starts to increase in value. Because I've noticed that, I mean, when with Genesis, when I was buying Genesis mining contracts, I was about 300 and something a day. 200 a day. Then it went to 250. And then what happened with Genesis mining was, I mean, I'm also getting affiliate commissions on top of this. So, but I'm not counting the affiliate commissions because it's spontaneous. But then what happened with Genesis is, and then everyone kind of figured out the secret, you know, and then every fucker started coming into Genesis because they kind of figured out, oh shit, now we know what people are doing. Then everyone bought the Genesis mining contracts and BTCs were out. Even the pre-sales was selling out like crazy, like within a couple of days. The pre-sale, which you had to wait 4 months for, was selling out. So it's just absolutely crazy. Yeah, absolutely, David. Exactly. There's no guarantees in life. Everything is attached to risk. Exactly. You know, these people need to do this stuff. The company that runs Hashflow produced their own rigs. Okay, cool. So, that's good to know. I mean, I've researched Hashflow, and I know that they're pretty, you know, they're pretty solid. They're just a little bit more secretive about where they're located. Unlike Genesis, I mean, you can Google Genesis mining Iceland. And I did a video on YouTube on this. You can actually find their Google Maps location, right? And it's exactly the same as they got two massive buildings in Sweden. Sorry, not in Sweden. In Iceland. So I'm thinking I want to increase my mining side of it, because, you know, obviously, you know, mining's like the holy grail right now. Okay, just in case you don't know or you're new to this game, I have sick and tired of programs. I just don't do programs. I don't have time for practice. This is just my personal opinion, and this is what I do. Okay, they are just too risky. They'll stop paying you, and I'm just after real shit, right? So Genesis mining, I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't put more money into this, because I'd be already at probably $2,500–3,000 a day. But, you know, you live and learn. I had dumped a lot of money into rev shares. I think the last rev share that I joined was the ads team, and I put 16,500 into that, and I only got out 9,000, so 8,000 something. So I lost money on that. So I'm done with programs. I'm done with all this. You know, I just want real shit, real infrastructure, real company that is mining something real in the back end. I don't want to be dealing with people, right? I don't want to deal with people in the sense that I need to recruit them to make money. I'm just over it. I just don't want to deal with it, right? My income is going to be generated through real mining, and I don't have to bat an eyelid to make money. So that's why I do mining, and I do ICOs. ICOs, absolutely love ICOs, because it's like the cream on the top, and what I'm doing now is working. You know, I haven't even cashed out all my portfolio, so I can't really give you an accurate figure, because there's a couple of big ICOs that are starting to come about now. I could cash them out, so I really can't. I wish I could, but I think that once these other ones cash out, I mean, I'm just speculating here, because there's a couple of big ones which I haven't cashed out. So if I was already cashed out with those, I would be able to give you a sum of my portfolio, but I think that I should be on track for probably with ICOs maybe anywhere from $250,000 to 300,000 with ICOs profit. Okay, profit. But again, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of those stuff. I'm still cashing out. I'm still waiting on a couple of really big ICOs to cash out on. So that hasn't happened yet. But I have cashed out on quite a bit. Probably, I don't know, maybe 50 grand. I think. I don't even remember. It's just as soon as I get more Ethereum, I just dump more Ethereum into something else. That's what I do. I'm just turning it over. I mean, I'm sitting in my Binance account here now, and I'm just like, it's just all a numbers game to me. It's just Ethereum in, Ethereum out. I don't even like in my Binance account, I got 28,000 in there in just Ethereum, right? And what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep on just multiply. You know, so if, you know, for me to throw 1 or 2 Ethereum at something, it's nothing. But then I got to kind of think to myself, hang on a second, 1 Ethereum's like freaking, you know, $732 USD. I kind of forget in a way, you know. So I gotta sort of pull back a bit and I think, hang on a second, I'm spending actually real money here. But what I'm trying to do is with my ICOs, I'm just trying to double up, you know. And when you think about it this way, I mean, it's at the moment, I'm pretty much playing with house money, so I'm able to take bigger risks. And there's another ICO that's coming along. Well, I dumped 20 Ether into another ICO just a couple of days ago, and there's another one coming along, and I'm seriously thinking about putting more into this new one. So at the moment, I mean, I can't really lose because I'm playing with house's money, but I also don't want to make stupid decisions. I want to just go after the best ICOs. So ICOs has just been freaking amazing. So many people in the community are starting to cash out. In fact, one of my good friends I've known through MPA, Ralph and Tommy as well. You know, I think Ralph cashed out $5,000 the other day, which is really good for him because, you know, I've been watching him for a long time, and he's very persistent, and so I'm very happy for Ralph. And also, you know, Tommy, Ines, you guys followed me through MPA, and now you guys are crushing it, man. So I'm really happy for those people. And now that we've got the gist of how ICOs work, you know, we can just, like, we know straight away, boom, this is no good, this is good. Let's get into this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So we got the ICO Gold Rush webinar tonight. So that's all new members. We had, oh man, we had a bunch of members coming on board. I don't know how many members have come on, but literally there's members joining daily. It's really starting to pick up some steam, and people are starting to really get some fantastic results. And that's what's driving it all. When people start to get results, that's the most important thing. And that's, I think, if we focused on getting the people that come in to get results, to take action and to get results, then everything else is going to take care of itself, right? The main goal is the new people coming in, for them to make money. And if you know, everything besides everything else, if that is the core thing that we focus on, new people, helping them to make money with ICOs. So what I mean by helping them is that they obviously go through the course, they get engaged with the community, they can get on the webinars, weekly webinars, which we have one tonight. If not, they can always watch the replay. But you have to apply this stuff, okay? Because if you don't apply the stuff, nothing's going to happen. You can pay your $1,099 to come into this, but if you don't actually even buy any ICOs, you're going to fail, right? So they've got a whole community telling you, well, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, I like this about this ICO, no, I don't like that, there's a risk about this, there's a risk about that. But generally, within our community, you're going to know which ones are the best ICOs. All you need to do is just do your due diligence, follow the checklist, and then take action. Go and buy into the ICO. We show you exactly what to do, how to buy into it, what to look for, when to cash out, all that stuff that you're gonna need to know. But then once you do a couple, then it's just like it's automatic, right? You know, on the back, you know, you just know when to cash out, when to get into the next one, and just try to flip your money. Obviously, try to get to, you know, these 10x ICOs would be great, but it doesn't always happen that way. But just try it at the minimum. Try to flip your money. Try to double your money, because if you do that, double your money 11 times, you're at 7 figures, right? If you start it with 4 ether, which is like, that is amazing. That's what you really got to focus on, finding the best ICOs. In fact, even if you come into ICO Gold Rush, I mean, all you got to do is look at my portfolio, right? You know what I'm investing in. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? It's literally a no-brainer. All you need to do is then figure out what risk that you want to put yourself under, all right? Because this is risk. This is all risk assessment, right? And then you got to obviously do due diligence on the ICO, right? Which I'll show you exactly how to do that through the course. Like, don't just follow me blindly. Is what I'm trying to say. I mean, but you know, start there anyway, because you know it's going to be a good starting block, and then take action, do the ICO, get in there, make some money, get your feet wet. I always say go into 5 ICOs with $100 each, and then that's $500. Okay, it's not gonna put you under. You're not gonna go broke spending $500. I've seen people throw 500, 10 grand, 50 grand at really stuff that is really, really questionable. You know, and they don't want it, and they won't even invest in the course. That's $1,099. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, but anyway, so that's the whole point. That's the whole point of it. 2018 is going to be a massive year for us. I can't wait, and I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, Gordon says, what's your opinion on ICOs getting more expensive as Ether prices rise? Yeah, well, if I think if ICOs are work off Ether, you know, it will be, you know, it's going to cost you more for the token, because it's pegged against Ether. But then again, you know, you got to look at the metrics too as well, compared to the token supply. So, you know, just because it's, you know, $2 or $3 for a token, that's not the true measure. The true measure is the token supply and the project, and you know, a whole lot of other factors, as you know. So, I mean, Ether's really probably going to double. I mean, you know, and it's going to continue to double and triple down the track. But, and also an interesting point, which a guy commented on my wall. Okay, so this is really important to understand this, and I think a lot of people don't understand this. When you buy into the ICO, you're trading your Ether for those tokens. All right. So whatever the value of the token is on the Ether is on that day. So if I bought into an ICO now, it's, you know, $732 for that Ethereum. Then you can, you know, you get back, you're about to figure out your cost of your token. So if they give me 732 tokens and I give them 1 Ether, then each token will cost me $1. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Hey, John. So then, you know, you know what you're paying for your tokens, but you got to understand also, you're in the game of ICOs. So once you give that Ether to them, you no longer have that Ether, right? That value exchange has happened. So you should write down your Ethereum, right? So one guy said to me, "Oh, you're losing money." I said, "No, I'm not losing money, because when I traded that Ethereum for my tokens at that point in time, I got tokens for my Ethereum." So his argument was, "Oh, but the price of Ethereum is going up again, up and up and up, so you lost money." Well, then don't do ICOs. You know what I mean? When you go down to the shop and you buy, I don't know, a case of beer, or like a carton of beer, right? And then you bring it home. You've given that money. Let's just say, you know, we paid with Ethereum. You've given that Ethereum to the shop owner for exchange of carton of beer. You don't own that Ethereum anymore, right? Now, the shop owner owns that Ethereum, and you own the beer. So his argument was, oh, the Ethereum keeps on going up. Yeah, but you don't own the Ethereum anymore, right? The value exchange happened when you bought the tokens. Now you have the tokens, all right? So what you got to make sure is that when you purchase the Ethereum, which was $732, that you get more back, right? You can't look back and say, oh, the value of Ethereum went up, I lost money. Well, then, if that's the case, don't do ICOs. The value exchange happened at that point in time, right? You got what you wanted, he got what he wanted, but you no longer own that Ethereum, okay? So I don't think he fully understood that, right? So, but just know that Ethereum will always go up, right? So you either hold Ethereum or you get into ICOs. Do the other, but don't whinge, right? So yeah, going back to what you said, Gordon. Yeah, the price of Ethereum will continue to go up. I think there's some good and bad about it, but I think as for the project or for the actual, you know, people that are running that ICO, I think it's good for them, because as the value of Ethereum went up, it's going to give them more money in the long term, right? So, you know, even though, let's just say we bought into the ICO at $730 per Ethereum, in 3 or 4 months time, that could be worth double. So they could just say they raise $20 million. Well, you know, they'll raise $40 million with the same amount of Ethereum. So I think it'll be good for the project, because then they're about to execute, right? They're about to do all the things that they wanted because they got that extra money, because the value of the Ethereum has gone up. So that's a good thing for them. And a good thing for us is, well, we bought into the project, right? We have these tokens into the project. And now they have more money to do more things with it. They can continue to advance further down the project, down the roadmap. Because these roadmaps, most of these roadmaps are pegged to, I guess, financial, what's the word? Financial markers. Like, you know, to complete that project, it'll take X amount of time, but they need X amount of money to do it too. So with them holding the Ethereum and the Ethereum going up, that's going to give them that extra money to push forward through the roadmap. So that's not a bad thing. And I think that, what else was I going to say? So yeah, I mean, you know, you just got to figure out the metrics at the point in time. And when you do that, when you purchase into the token, yeah, that's what it is. New Zealand, Matthew says, New Zealand is limited with exchanges. Independent reserve, but limited to... ICOs. Actually, you know what? An ICO recently did a ban New Zealanders, which was first time I saw that. I mean, we went into an ICO just recently, right? About a couple of weeks ago, that as the Ethereum went up, they actually gave us more tokens. So I'm not sure, Gordon, if you remember that one. They were really good about it, because that's when Ethereum went up, like it was like $300 or something, and then it went up to like $600 to $700. So basically doubled in that short span of period of time. And the ICO that we did gave us more tokens, which was, I think, was awesome. You know, so it just depends. You know, about the ICO, I guess. You know, and you make that assessment when you get into it. Yeah, if you're Matthew, why don't you try maybe try CoinSpot or CoinJar. Just because New Zealand has exchanges doesn't mean that you have to use New Zealand exchanges. I use all of them. I'm in exchanges in the Japan, Korea, Bittrex, Polo. I'm in just about every exchange that will allow Australian. I'm in it. Hit BTC, Liqui, Binance, every single exchange, I'm in. So I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know why you would even just stay to New Zealand exchanges. All right. So I'm pretty sure most of them take New Zealanders. So just suss them out, Matthew. There's a million ways to get your money out. So all of them except BTC. All right. So exchange your BTC wherever you buy it, and then send it to the exchange. No, it wasn't INS. No, it wasn't INS. Let's just go to YouTube. Sorry. Crypto Crusader says the course is making me money. Laugh out loud. Rob says loving your ICO Go Rush. Got into 2 ICOs and now waiting to get profits. Yep. When to take profits? Yeah, I mean, this month it's been a good month because it's I'm starting to cash out a lot of ICOs. So it sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta take a month, 2 months, 3 months. That's why you always continue to invest in them, right? So always don't invest in something and then just leave a big gap of 3 months, because then when you cash out on that, you got nothing more coming, right? You got nothing in the pipeline. So that's why I'm always trying to invest in at least 1 ICO or 2 ICOs a week, because then I've got 8 or 9, or let's just say 6 or 7 or 8 ICOs coming, and I'm continually adding more to the pile, to the pipeline. So then as I'm starting to cash out, I'm investing ones as I cash out. So there's no really kind of lag time, if you want to put it that way. But obviously the first sort of 2 to 3 months, if you can snag a couple that you can pay out pretty quickly, like Cybermiles was one. Like you can get into ICOs and they finish straight away, and then they hit the freaking they hit the exchanges really fast. Cybermiles was one. I mean, I got into that 3 weeks later, boom. And also another one recently was Blockchain. Blockchain was one that was really good. I didn't go into that ICO, As soon as it hit the exchanges, it was like 3x, and it went on hit BTC straight away. So you can get these ICOs that turn over quickly, so then you can get your money back, but it just depends on when they list the ICO, right? Excuse me, when they list it on the exchanges. See, so when the ICO finishes, if they've already lined up to be, they've already applied and they've already been accepted, pay the money to be listed on an exchange. As soon as the ICO finishes, and it's like the next day, which is I think what happened to Cybermiles, and went on Binance, and then, I think it happened to Blockchain within like a short period of time, maybe 24 hours or 48 hours. It was already listed on the exchange, so you could cash out. So that's a perfect situation, right? You're not going to get that all the time, because sometimes you get ICOs that you're going to have to wait 7 days or 30 days before you get your tokens, or before they get unlocked. So it just depends. All this information is in the white paper when you join the ICO. So you got to figure out, you got to figure out your cash flow as well. So this is all the stuff that we talk about, right? It's all the stuff that you need to know. Because if you're going to be just buying ICOs and then waiting like 3 months, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's too long to wait. Okay, just reading the comments. Yeah, I've seen CoinSpot's interface. It's so basic, and it just works. You know what I mean? It's not complicated. It's just real basic sort of shit, right? And that's what people want, compared to like an Ether Delta. Oh my god, that's so hard to use for newbies. I mean, we figured out how to use it now, but I mean, for newbies. But Ether Delta bringing they're launching an ICO. So there you go. Matt Kennedy says, I want to join tonight after work. Why don't you? I am in the US. How many ICOs do I get that are US residents that can get in? Well, we've got many US residents, people that are in ICOs, that are in the ICO Gold Rush, so you can have a chat to them about it. But basically, you can't if it's against US residents, you can't go in. But there's ways of getting around it, okay? But not all of them ban US, right? Not all of the ICOs ban US. It's only the ones that think that they could run into. I mean, they're compliant, they're legal. It's just that they just feel that maybe SEC could screw them, or start to impose these things against them because they want to protect US investors, and then so they just automatically say, oh, we don't allow US investors, right? Should I cash out on Electronium? I'm not in Electronium, so I wouldn't know. Um, so, but I mean, what I would say to that question is, don't fall in love with the ICO. Okay, I see people saying, "Oh, I'm going to wait till it's 100x." What they're waiting for is something that is so minuscule. All right, it's so minuscule, and you can tell that they're a newbie investor. All right, because they're looking for the home run, and you don't need home. I mean, if you get the home run, that's fantastic, but you don't need the home run. That's what I'm saying. When you join ICO Gold Rush, the strategy is to flip, right? So you just want to double your money and you want to get into them. Don't fall in love with, hey, I made that mistake myself, and then going on a webinar, some of the one of the guys in ICO Gold Rush, Innes, and Tommy, they didn't say directly to me, you should sell, but what they said just made sense, and they said, look, don't fall in love with the project, fall in love with the profits, and it's so right, because you're here to make money. Because there's always another ICO. So take your profits, right, and then get into the next ICO and try to flip that. All right, 11 flips, you get to 7 figures. So when I see these people saying, "Oh, I'm gonna," yeah, okay, it could be a good project, but if you have no money and you got tied up into something that you hope it's going to go to 100x, it doesn't make sense. When you're in profit, take the profit, go into something else, or split it into other multiple ones, and keep on flipping. It just requires more work on your part, right? So don't look for these home runs. If they come, they come. But I would say just keep on applying the formula, right? And just keep on getting to new ICOs, because you'll get there faster than trying to hit a home run with 100x. I mean, it happened 48x with Wabi, right? So people that went into Wabi bought into the pre-sale at 2 cents. It went to like $1.50 the first day. They 48x, 75x their money on the first day. It happens, but the chances of happening are very, very, very small, unless you get an ICO like at a Wabi, right? That just blew out of the water, So it's all part of the learning curve. You just have to you got to learn. You got to know these things, right? Okay, thanks. Look forward to learning more. So it's salt. I think you know what? I didn't get into salt. I didn't buy into salt. I heard a lot of things about salt. Good things about salt. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've got other things that I probably do before that I'd invest in salt. Like I'd put more money into Litecoin, and I'd put more money into like IOTA, Cardano. I mean, I've got other things that I'll probably do first. So yeah, Sol would probably be a good one, but I've just got other things ahead of it, which I think are better, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, if I had, $1 million in just reserve funds sitting in my Bittrex account, yeah, I'd probably buy some salt, just to sit on. But I don't. So I just have to put my money in the best possible places I think which will grow. And long term, I'm going for the top 10. So here's a tip for all you people that if you just don't want to play with ICOs, you think it's too risky, and you just want a safe, long-term kind of strategy, then these are my tips, right? Buy Bitcoin, buy the top 10, and that's it. Throw the key away. Come back in 2 years' time, you'll be a millionaire, right? Well, it depends on how much you put in. Buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy Bitcoin Cash. Ripple, I'm not a big fan, but you know, it's going to go up. Buy Ripple. Litecoin, I'm a big fan of Litecoin. I think Litecoin's going to be 2,000 to 3,000 next year. I love Litecoin. Cardano, watching that. It's still going to go up. How much, we don't know. But pound for pound, Litecoin will blow it out of the water in sense of return on investment. I did a live stream on Litecoin and Bitcoin. Everyone's talking about Litecoin. Bitcoin, 2,000, I think 2,000% it went up. Litecoin, 8,000%. It blew Bitcoin out of the water by 4 times, right? IOTA, I think long term, IOTA is going to be king. All right, Bitcoin at some point is not going to be scalable, and it's going to have major issues. And IOTA is going to be the one that's going to be able to do billions of transactions a day. Once the mainstream comes into Bitcoin, it's going to fail, right? It's not going to be able to transact. It's just not scalable. But don't worry, that's not going to happen for another 2 or 3 years. We're going to make some money, get out of it. Dash is really, I like Dash. It's got a short supply. It's only 7.7 million supply. Dash is going to go through the roof in 2018. It's going to probably triple. And NEM, good technology behind it. Monero, anonymous, can't track transactions. Love it. I think Bitcoin Gold, there's a place for Bitcoin Gold because it's GPU mined. So, you know, it has a place, but, I mean, again, you know, I'd rather put my money into Litecoin. So I'll put the top 10, and maybe I'd also throw in Neo. I'd throw in Neo, and EOS is starting to make a move, right? I'm not really a big fan of EOS, but I know there's a lot of people that love EOS. Stellar is starting to make a move, but I would definitely throw Neo in there. And I'd definitely throw in BitConnect. Just joking. So anyway, that was my little joke. So yeah, that's what I would do. If you want to just, you know, if you've got like, you know, some money, just know that you got to be prepared to lose it. And if you invest in these coins, they could just turn to shit the next day, and don't come back to me saying, "Oh, this is investment advice." All right, this is what I would do. Maybe I phrased that wrong. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'll go back. Just for legal reasons, I'll go back and I'll say, this is what I would do if I was a long-term investor and I was new and I was coming into it. This is what I would do. Okay, I'm not saying you do. All right, so I've got to say that. Oops, sorry. So this is what I would do. What you do, that's up to you, right? Sometimes I got to be careful what I say. So if there's any more questions, I'm going to skedaddle. We're going to go do some shopping, do some more fun things on our holiday. That's why that's why we're on holiday. Waiting for that pie in the sky earnings. Yes, sir, John. I think every day we wake up and there's more earnings in the sky. Hey, Antonio, what's going on, man? Hey, Paul. You know, that's exactly right, Paul. Don't, you know, like. Look, I'll tell you a story, right? Long story. I want to keep this very short and try to keep this 30 seconds. I have a family friend. He's part of the family, and I told him to invest in some ICOs. Okay, now he was prepared to lose that, and I said to him, dude, if you go into these ICOs, you could lose your money. So don't come back to me and say, you know, you told me to invest in this. He said, nah. I said, and he's a straight up sort of bloke. I said, nah, I won't do it. But I said, I think that this is going to do really well. So I told him to go into this ICO. He hasn't got a lot of money. He started with 1 Ether, and I showed him the process. He hasn't bought the course. Hopefully he'll buy it, but that's up to him. And because he's a family friend, right? He's actually related to me. So, you know, I got to look after him. He's family, right? So anyway, I told him, and he turned that 1 ether to 4 ether, right? So this is Australian dollars. So he made over, at the time, ether was only like $300. So he made like, I don't know, 1200 USD. That's a big deal for him because he's got limited funds. And so he was absolutely blown away, right? And then now he's like right into ICOs. He just absolutely loves it. So that's what I told him, but he was prepared to lose it, right? So it kind of worked out, right? I mean, I knew it was going to work out because I had a lot of money in those same ICOs. But that's just an example, right? You got to be prepared to lose the money. So whatever you, like, I'm getting messages all the time, right? And people are messaging me saying, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Well, first of all, the first question that you have to ask yourself is, are you prepared to lose that money? And if you lose that money, will you be able to pay it back? Because what people are doing is they're taking this money which they can't afford to lose, or they're taking out loans, or they're taking out. I had one guy message me and he said, "Can you give me a discount?" I said, "Dude, if you want a discount on the course, right, and you don't have the full money, well then you don't even have money to invest in ICOs. Why are you even bothering?" I said to him, "Come back to me when you got more money, because you're going to need at least money for investing in ICOs, and you're not going to get a discount, right? If anyone asks me for a discount, I'm not going to give them a discount, because it's just straight up. It's like, you don't have the money. You know what I mean? Unless you know me really well, you know, it's like, dude, when you buy the course, you don't become a millionaire, right? You got to put it in the work, and you got to have funds to invest in this stuff, right? It's not going to happen overnight. So that's the question you should be asking. Whatever money you invest in, are you prepared? Is your life going to change, or are you gonna, you're not going to go to jail or whatever, right? Because some loan shark's going to be crashing through your door saying, where's my freaking 2 ether that I gave you? Because if you lose the money, you got to be able to not get yourself into the shit. You know what I mean? So don't come into this thinking, oh my god, I got to make this work. Because if you have that mindset, you've already pre-framed your success, and you're already set up for failure. All right. So come into this and go, okay, look, I've got $2,000. I'm going to spend $1,099 to learn how to do this stuff properly. I'm going to know exactly what to invest in. Then I'm going to do my due diligence. Plus, I've got a community there to help me to bounce off, and I can get on webinars and ask questions live on exactly why I should get in this ICO or not. Like that is invaluable, right? That is that $1,099 is chicken feed compared to what people have made in this course, right? So now you know you have the formula, right, of success. Now all you need to do is to invest in some ICOs, right? Do the strategy that I said. Go 5 ICOs, $100 each, right? There's a money back guarantee. After 12 months, you don't invest in 10 ICOs, you get your money back. Now, I know that if you invest in the 10 ICOs, that you're going to make your money back on the course. You're easily going to do it, right? But you got to apply the stuff. And that's what you should be coming in. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, can I make my money back on the course? That's the wrong thinking. You will make your money back on the course if you apply this shit. You will, right? And you got us there to help you, right? And the community is just growing out of it's awesome to see people. We've got this section that says results, and then people are just posting their results. It's so awesome, and that's what I want. So just come into this course, be confident that you're going to learn from the very best community, and let me just get rid of this. Power's 86 cents. All right. So there's an example. Power 86 cents. I don't know. I've got a fair bit of power. Should I sell and then wait till it drops and then come back into it? I don't know. Let's go to power. And I'm learning something every day. Okay, so let's see, depth. Okay, so these are even my friend that I help. Family friend I help, he's teaching me stuff about trading which I didn't even know. See, so it all comes around. So this is power at the moment. Sellers and buyers. So yeah, what's it? 86 cents. Just seeing how much I'll get. I got 21,000 power left. Let's see. Yeah, so if I sell now, hang on a second. Yeah, if I sell now, I'll get 26.58 ether, which that's not too bad. I don't know. I might, because what I'm doing now is I'm swing trading. I sell YB and I sell QSP. So this all this guys. It's not just a course on ICOs. It's a course on freaking how to make money with crypto, dude. Times. Oh, was it? What's Ethereum now? 732 times 732. So they're 19,000. If I sell right now, I can make 19,400 back on power. But you know, I'm bullish on power. Power's one of the ones that, you know, I think is going to go to the moon. But I've already taken my profit out of power. You know what I mean? I took my 6,000 out of power. So I'm just playing with house's money. And I took my 6,000 out of power and I took 6,000 profit as well out of power. So I'm actually 6,000 in profit, having already recovered my seed money. So if I add another 19,000, that'll give me about 26,000, 25,000 half profit. That's pretty good. But I think I don't know. I might swing trade this one. We'll see. So this is all I look at is just numbers, guys. I don't even give a shit about, like, sometimes I gotta pull back and think, oh, fuck, there's actually a lot of money in this. I gotta fucking, you know. But I don't see it that way, because this is all house money. You know what I mean? So I'm prepared to take bigger risks in the ICOs that I'm personally going in. You need to assess for yourself where, you know, should I go into this, you know, because some people are only putting in 0.5 ether, 0.1 ether, you know, because that's what's good for them. So that's what works, right? That's the most important thing, you know, because that's what they're prepared to lose. That's what they're prepared to put into an ICO, because it's all speculative, right? It can go the other way, and you can lose, all right? But right now we're in a good place with ICOs. I'm freaking blown away. We've got some really good people involved, and we've got some we've got a couple of big affiliates too, you know. One affiliate, I think he's made over 10 sales. So, you know, everyone's reaping the rewards from it as well. So if you come into ICO Gold Rush, right, just 2 sales, and you're going to make your money back on the course, because you're going to get 550 a sale, right? And then you got more money to invest in ICOs. You know what I mean? So not only are you going to get the course, you're going to learn how to do ICO, you're going to do everything properly. You're going to take some low risks, good decisions on ICOs. We're going to try to double your money. If you hit a home run, great. But we just want to double our money. Then you got the opportunity to then make 550 a sale, because right now ICOs are the shit. Okay, they're the shiznick, and people want to know another option. They're sick of getting burnt about programs, and they want to learn ICOs. Everyone is talking about ICOs. They want to learn. So it's not a hard sell, all right? But the problem is there's so many people out there that are doing it the wrong way, right? And that's why so many people are joining this community. So you got that option too. If you've got, you know, if you do promoting or anything on Facebook or YouTube, you've got a YouTube channel or people listen to you, right? And you go through the course and, you know, assess all the material on it and the community and all that sort of stuff first. And you know that, I know you're going to be satisfied with it, right? There's a lot of value in this community. Then you got then you can confidently promote it. You can make 550 a sale. Then you can get more money to put into more ICOs and then try to flip them and flip them and flip them. And the new people that you're bringing on board, they're going to learn something new. I think this is a new way to make money. I'm really, really excited, and I'm pumped for the people that are having success with the program, because if people weren't having success in the program, this would all fall apart, months ago, and I started ICO Gold Rush in September. Now it's December, and we're just getting started. I think we got 180 people now in our community. So it's just growing, and we're expanding at a stupid pace. I've got to upgrade. I've got to figure out how to upgrade our webinar software to get more people on board, because more and more people are going to want to come on the webinar, right? Because the Monday night webinars that we have tonight are like, it's pretty much like, dude, what should I invest in, right? Well, I like this because it's got this, this, and this, I think it's a good idea, but, obviously do your due diligence on it. So you're going to know what everyone else is investing. It's a no-brainer, pretty much, okay? Obviously, you got to take some responsibility and go, okay, I'm going to put some money into this. I got to, do my homework on it first. But you're gonna be way ahead of what people are doing. People are sending me messages of crazy ICOs. I'm like, I wouldn't even touch it. I wouldn't even touch it. But anyway, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the people, because the new members are coming in, and older members that have been around for, like I say, older members, but I'm talking like 3 months, right? You do this stuff for a couple of months, and you're like you're like a veteran already. Okay, it doesn't take long to learn this stuff at all. Literally within a couple of weeks you'll be up to speed. And I'm happy for them, because then they start to make profits. They're starting to cash out, and we're gonna blow this up in 2018. We're just gonna freaking take this to the moon, and it's all based on the members' success. That's why it's going so well. All right. So members make money. It's all sweet, and that's happening. So I encourage you guys to, if you're serious about ICOs, take a look at it. Just go to icogoldrush.net, right? icogoldrush.net. Check it out. Come on board. Make the investment in yourself, right? You are never gonna, you're gonna look back in a year's time and go, that's nothing. I'm like, that's chicken feed compared to what I made, right? If you apply it, I'm confident that that's what's gonna happen to you. It's happened to many people as well already, right? And I'm there to help you. Everyone's there to help you, right? To get on board. So that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm running out of power. We're gonna head off very soon. So you guys have a fantastic day. It's Monday. You might have to go to work. It's all good. Understand. But the goal is to get out of work, to have these things working for you, mining, ICOs, and it won't take long. Within 6 to 12 months, you could be sitting where I'm sitting, and living the dream, living to whatever you want to do, whatever that is for you. It can happen for you. All right. So with that said, thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. For the ICO Gold Rush members, come on tonight for the webinar. Get on early, because we've only got limited seats. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on tonight, right? So have a great day, guys. Catches.